Hey guys, so today I am working with a brand new palette. I just got this in the mail today. It is from You Can Be Cosmetics, and these palettes are under $10 on Amazon. I own quite a few of their palettes and some other products of theirs. I'm going to talk about all of those and show them in the video. This is their Fruit Pie Filling palette. Super fun and beautiful. The look that I made today with all of the colors is a tad bit outside of what I normally do and outside of my comfort zone, just a bit. But with a palette that looks like this, how can you not jump outside of your comfort zone and play around with the colors and have some fun? So that is what I did today. I came up with this look. I do really like it. I think it's fun and summery, and if you would like to see how I created it and see some more of their products and just chit chat with your girl, then definitely keep on watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Sips, Lips, and Makeup Tricks. I am Jeannie. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are not new here, then welcome, welcome, welcome back. So I know I look a little bit crazy right now, but that's okay. I am going to take you through creating this eye look that I have made with one of my absolutely favorite affordable makeup brands. So I had realized that on my channel I had not done video, like most of my videos where I was using makeup on camera were like super high-end products, and I am not rich by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a waitress. Now granted, I am a waitress at a very nice restaurant, but I'm still a waitress, so like I'm not rich. My high-end products, some of them come through PR. They are gifted to me through the company to review and try out, and some of them are found at TJ Maxx or Marshall's or what's the other one I go to? Nordstrom's Rack, or I get them in my paid for monthly beauty subscription boxes like BoxyCharm or BoxyCharm Premium, or other mystery boxes that I order. So that is where I get the bulk of my high-end products. But today we're talking about a very affordable product. Before I jump into that, I just want to say that if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would just hit that button down there, because it helps me grow my channel. And I appreciate that. And then we do have my July giveaway coming up. It is right around the corner. It is going to be Christmas in July for my July giveaway. And if you are wondering what my giveaways look like, they do happen every month here on my channel. And I will link the June giveaway video where it showed all of the items in the giveaway in the description box below. And that way you could have a look and you would know what to expect from my giveaways. It won't be the same items, but it's a general idea of what my giveaways look like. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump into the makeup. So the brand that I'm going to talk about today is You Can Be. I picked these up on Amazon. This is the new palette that I got today. It is their Fruit Pie Filling palette, and you can see right here, it's all capitals, You Can Be. And I'm going to show you some of their other palettes as well really quick that I already own. But you guys, this palette was like $8.89. And I created this look here with it. Now, I know it looks a little bit crazy with all of the colors, but when trying out a new palette for the first time, I always really like to try and get into as many colors as I can without making it look too crazy, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to kind of pick up and use as many colors as possible, and this is what I came up with. I do really, really like it, but this is the palette. Again, $8.88 for this palette. So these are the colors. We've got some beautiful shimmers, some mattes, and a really colorful, fun palette. Also some neutrals in there if you wanted to keep it neutral. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to say like specialty or like claim to fame, but my go-to look that I am really, really good with is soft glam. So browns, bronzes, champagnes, neutral with a kick kind of thing is what I'm really, really good at and what I really, really enjoy doing. But with a palette like this, I mean, come on, you kind of have to jump off of the being safe with the soft glam and dip into something different. So that is what I did with the look that I have going on today. Just really quickly, I want to share a couple of their other palettes. These two you can buy together on Amazon. It is the Twilight and Aromas, and I believe it is, okay, I know it is under $20 for the two of them, and I will just show you what they look like. Obviously, you can see that I use them. This one is one of my favorites. These glitter colors are absolutely stunning. And that is the Aroma. And then there is the Twilight palette. This is more of a neutral, but with some gorgeous, gorgeous shimmers. And then I do have another palette of theirs. Now, I had kind of forgot that I got this one. I haven't used it in quite a while. This one is called Belongings, and it looks like this. And so each one of their palettes are literally around $8. And if you watch my channel or know me in the slightest, you know that I have a ton of high-end makeup eyeshadow palettes. This is Belonging, is the name of that one, Belonging. But anyhow, then you know I have palettes that cost upwards of $100, and I am being 100% real and honest with you that the formula of this palette is just as good, and if not better, than some of those high-end palettes. So if you have not tried these out, I highly suggest you jumping on Amazon. This is not a sponsored video in any sort. I am just like being real with you. So yeah, I will. Let's do a couple. Oh, and I wanted to. This is another item that I have of theirs. This came. I want to say it was less than $10, and it came with all 5 of them, and they are like glitter toppers for on top of your eyeshadow looks. And there's kind of like a silver color, silver with a little bit of a gold reflect, like a champagne color, another golden, more of like a peachy golden color, and then a dark one. These are amazing for kind of just taking any old eye look and bumping it up just to the next level. And I will show you how these are used. I absolutely love them. I use them all the time just to give my everyday makeup looks just a little bit of flair, because if you know me, I love glitter. I love anything that shines. So anyhow, it was less than $10 for a pack of 5 of these, and I did use the dark one in my look today, which actually, I'll be honest, it was the first time I used this one. I normally use the champagne colored and the lighter colored ones, you know, just to spruce up my everyday looks, like I said, but I used the darker one today to finish off this look just on the lid, and I loved the way that it came out. So there are those, but anyways, there was another product that I picked up, and it came with this. It is from Gerard Cosmetics, and whoopsie. So I'm a savage when my makeup comes, and if I can't get into the package, I get a little crazy. So I did accidentally rip the package to shreds because I couldn't get in there. But one of my very favorite YouTubers, Hot Mess Mama is what she goes by on YouTube. I just love her. She's so cute. She's from Kentucky. She got the cutest little accent, and she's on top of it with BoxyCharm spoilers, and she's just so cute. Anyhow, I heard her talking about these a couple times, and what it is they come in 4 shades. It's from Gerard Cosmetics. I will say that it's like $20 for this. I was kind of a little bummed out when I saw how small it was and how much product was in it. Like, I used it once, and you can see. So it doesn't come fully loaded or anything like that. However, I will say that when I used it, I was like, whoa, okay, a little goes a long way. Like, I kind of used a little too much probably. I probably used, not too much, but more than I needed. But anyhow, It is an eyeshadow base and concealer in one. So I literally have placed it all over my eye, under my eye, and set with my favorite thing to set for eyes, which is the Becca Cosmetics Hydro Mist Setter. It is a translucent powder. It is my absolute favorite powder to set when working with, just for my eyes. I'm not talking about like setting my foundation or concealers or anything like that, because I have a different favorite for that. But when it comes to setting bases and primers or what have you for eye makeup, the Becca Cosmetics is my absolute favorite. Anyhow, so this is what I used to set my eyes today. You really could use concealer or any other eye primer, but I had got this. I heard her talking about it. I was dying to check it out, and I am literally wowed by it. So it'll probably be another new favorite of mine, at least for right now it is. I loved the way that it blended out any type of texture that I have underneath my eyes and around my eyes, and so far so good with the shadow application on top of it. Everything blended perfectly. So I mean, as for now, I absolutely love it. I'm so glad I grabbed it, and a little goes a long way. So like I said, I was bummed out because it's such a little amount, but a little goes a long way. Woo, I feel like I just talked a whole bunch. Okay, let's just get on into the makeup. So as I said, so far I already did prime and set my eye, and now let's just get on into the look. The first color that we're going to use, and I'm just going to go in. I only just used it for the other eye, but I'm going to go in with a round blending brush. This is from Luxie. It came out of a BoxyCharm. And the color that I'm going to go into first in the palette is this pinky color right here, and it is called Peach. I'm gonna pick the color up. Now, with the matte, with this formula, that you do get a little kickback in the pan, but it is a true buildable and blendable matte. And another thing is, as you've seen, I do have more than one of their palettes, and I find that their formula is consistent throughout each palette. So I have come to trust that I know what I'm going to get when I order one of their palettes, which is really nice. And with the price point, the first time I ordered one, I read all the reviews online. They're supposed to be like dupes for Huda or something like that. And I just thought, man, well, you know, with so many good reviews and the price point, can I really go wrong? Like, if the reviews are bullshit and the palette sucks, what did I lose? Less than $10. So I went for it, and you guys, I was so pleasantly surprised that obviously I went back and ordered more of their stuff and have been using it for a while now. So I want to mention that now remember, you guys, this is like, I just cannot say it enough. This palette does not even cost $10. Look at this matte. Look at the way it blends out. It is not patchy in the slightest. It is extremely blendable and buildable. We hear that all the time in the beauty community. Oh, it's buildable, it's blendable. What does that mean? What does that mean? It means that you're able to go in and darken and build the color without. I mean, any eyeshadow can be buildable. You could make any eyeshadow darker by going back into the color and applying more. When I say it's buildable and it's blendable, what I mean is that I'm able to go back in and put more on and build it up without it being cakey or flaky or add texture. So it's a true buildable, blendable formula. So anyhow, I just wanted to, now that we got that out of the way, okay, so I'm gonna go in one more time with that peach and just really kind of, this is obviously my transition color, and by the time it's said and done, we're only gonna see peaks of it through the other colors because I am using a few different colors. Like I said, when we have a brand new palette, and especially if I'm doing a review, you know, for you all, then I want to get into as many colors as I can. Now for the next step, I'm gonna go in and add some tackiness to the lid. I'm going to use Stuck on You by the Beauty Crop. This came out of one of my Ipsy bags. And the way I'm going to apply this is I am going to take a flat brush like this, and I'm just gonna put it into the pan. Comes in a little pan like this. There is a lot of product in here though, because it's not like a goopy product. It's, you know, kind of stiff. And now what I'm gonna do is, this is just a flat brush like this, and I'm going to just place it on the lid from the inner corner to the outer third and not further. And just on the lid. And I'm gonna make sure that I am placing it all the way from the lash line to where like my eyeball stops, if that makes sense. And what this is gonna do is this is gonna give me some tackiness for the shimmers that I'm going to place on my lid. It's going to really make those colors accentuated and pop. This is a great primer for going back in and priming the lid for shimmers or glitters, because it has a real tacky formula, but it dries down a little quicker than I would like. So that is why, even if I was not doing it on camera, I would do one eye at a time, because if I put it on both and then came back to finish the other eye, it would be a little dried out and I may have to add a little more. So just keep that in mind. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this gorgeous color right here called Dew. And it is like a blue with purple reflex. And I can see in the camera, it kind of looks like a greenish. But in real life, it's a light blue and has like a purple chrome in it. And I'm just going to take this color with my finger. This is how beautiful these colors are. I was gonna do some swatches and I forgot. Sorry, guys. Anyway, check that out. For the price point, I mean, unbelievable. Okay, so I'm just going to start patting this all onto the area where I just added the primer. I'm gonna go back in for more. Really wanna coat that lid with this beautiful shimmer color. So gorgeous. All right, so that is where we are at with that. Next, I am going to take this deeper royal blue called Ice. Again with my fingertip. Look at that color payoff, you guys. So pretty. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to concentrate this just on the center to the outer third corner of the lid. So that is super pretty. But like seriously, I mean, I I've used their products before and I just still can't even get over just the price point and what you get. Knocking stuff over, but there's nothing new there. Check out this glass, you guys. It's the little, I'm from Michigan, the Metro Detroit area. I wonder if you can even see that. So this is, let me find something, a little glass, and it says made in Detroit. It's got the little rosy riveter. God, I love this glass. Super cute. Anyhow, okay, so we're gonna move on. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm gonna take the brush that I applied the peach color with, and I'm just going to dust over the very edge of the blue, just to make sure that we're not going to have any harshness where the color transitions from one to the next. Just very lightly dusting over the very edge of it. Just like that. Okay, so moving on, I'm looking for the next brush that I need. For this, I am going to use my Sigma E41. It is a domed brush like this, and I find that this works really well when I want to do detailed, focused crease work. So I'm placing a color in my crease, but I'm not wanting to blend it way up into the rest of the look. I find that this works really well for that. So I'm gonna go in with this purple, this royal purple color called Shiny Plum right here. I'm gonna put it on the brush, and I'm going to just keep it right here on the very edge. And I'm gonna blend it into my crease, but just keeping it right on the very edge here, and really concentrating all of that product into my outer V. The outer V is like boom, boom, right there. I'm gonna go in for just a bit more of the color. Not much, just a tad. And just concentrate it right here on my outer V. And I'm gonna wait until I've got the product, till there's no more product coming off, and then I'm going to lightly trace over the rest of my crease. And just bring it up just a bit, but not too high with this, because we still want to be able to see that peach popping through when it's all said and done, but we don't want any harsh lines, so we're just going to take it up and blend. Now, when you're working with multiple colors like this, blending is key. So you don't want to skip out on blending. You don't want any harsh lines from one color into the next. It's really important just to kind of like have one color melting into the next. So this is where we are at. Guys, this palette is so gorgeous. Okay, so moving right along, we are going to, now I know this seems like crazy with like so many colors, but like I said, I wanted to be able to show you as many colors as I could in one tutorial. So I'm going to take a flat shading brush. This is by Ollie. I don't know. It's just, I've probably had it forever. And I'm going to go in with this really pretty orangey yellow color, and it's called Mango. I'm gonna pick some of that color up, and I'm going to work it into the look. Now look at this matte. Look at this is, I know that this is probably not the most ideal, the most ideal color story that I've done, but I just really wanted to be able to show these colors off and like how well they perform and blend and the color payoff for the price point. So I just worked that mango color into the look a bit, and I'm gonna go back and take the same blending brush that I used for that peach and just kind of dust over the whole look, bringing one color into the other and making sure that we don't have harsh lines where the colors meet, just kind of blending it all together. Okay, so we are going to do the highlight. They didn't have, like, that's one thing about this palette. There was not the highlights. Well, I mean, there are highlights. Don't get me wrong. These colors here, and this is the one we're going to use. It is called Lemonade. This is super cute names in this palette. But anyhow, I like in your face highlight. My favorite highlighters are from Ofra Cosmetics. But we're gonna just keep it to the one palette today. Like I'm kind of like itching to jump into my Ofra palette for like super boom in your face highlights for inner corner and under the brow, but we're not gonna do it. These highlights work well. We're going to stick with the palette. And I'm looking for, I also use I'm looking for the brush that I need, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, I use a similar brush just like this to work in my highlights, and I must have misplaced it at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just use this one. I'm gonna clean the brush, my little brush cleaner here. And we're gonna go into Lemonade. We're gonna start under the brow bone and work it in. We're gonna be going back into the highlight a couple times here. So I'm just going to first pop it under the brow. I've got 2 cats and a Pomeranian, and they are all like meowing and fighting each other outside of the door right now. So if it sounds like there's like elephants walking up and down my hallway, that's what it is. So I feel like I've got a little more purple on this eye than I do on this eye. So we're gonna go back into that first color, that first transition color, that peach, that is what the name of the color, and just add a little more up top here, just so that both eyes look the same. There we go. So we've got some peekaboos of our peach on this side as well. I think what it is off camera, I really took my time blending the look, and then when I'm on camera, I try and like hurry the process because it's filming, and kind of maybe don't blend it as well as I did on the other side, and that is why they're looking slightly different, but that's okay. So this is where we're at with the look. I am going to take my Morphe highlight stick in Illuminance and pop a bit on the inner corner here. It really helps to brighten up my inner corners. Then I'm just gonna take the brush that I used for my highlight and kind of rub it into the inner corner. Okay, so we are ready to move on to one of the last steps, and we're going to jump into the You Can Be glitter. And this is how they're almost like a little lip gloss with a sponge. And the way that I use it is I take and I just tap where I want it. I don't really like rub it on. So I'm going to show you how I apply it. It's kind of little tapping motions. And it is going to come on wet. So you want to kind of just keep your eye focused down a bit and let it dry so that, you know, we're not transferring the glitter to the other part of the makeup look. Okay, well, I'm letting that dry down a bit. I do have a bit more of the yellow popping through on the other side. So I'm just gonna go back in with that mango a little bit. I just want them to look even. And I'm just letting that dry down a bit. Super, super pretty shadows for a very, very affordable price. So, okay, I'm gonna go in with my mascara and lashes. This is my favorite. This is Maybelline Mega Plush Volume. And I've got so many high-end mascaras, and I reach for this one all the time over anything. I love the way that it separates, and this is my favorite mascara to use in preparation for falsies. It gives me a good base and separation to start with, and then apply the falsies. Now, I like started moving on to the next steps before that completely dried with this, like, because I'm on camera and I'm kind of trying to like hurry on to the next step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into that color with my finger again, because I kind of, I've got some spots where I need to re-add that color just because that glitter is wet. And I just moved on to the next step too soon without letting it dry down properly. Normally, as long as you let that stuff dry down, you're not gonna have a problem. I use it all the time, so. Anyhow, okay, let's move on to my lashes, and then that'll be a wrap. So I have my lashes. Sorry, my lashes were like way over there. And for lashes today, I'm using Pro Beauty. I picked these up at TJ Maxx. These I did have to trim. I have a pair that are already trimmed. I'm just going to, I already used these ones before. I use them a couple times before I toss them. So I'm gonna add my glue. I'm using the Duo with the white and green. I find that this glue works really well for me, and it's very gentle. I find that I don't have to worry about pulling my lashes off. I've never like pulled out my own lashes if I accidentally got a little bit too close to my own lash line. I find it very easy to work with, and that it doesn't lift like some of the other glues, and it's super, super affordable. You can get a pack of 2 on Amazon for like, I don't know, I think it was like maybe like $5 or something like that. So You do want to, once you glue your lash, you want to give the glue just a couple seconds to get tacky before you move on. You guys, I am so excited. I've got my filming room in the process. So probably by next week or so when I come on to do my makeup videos, I'm gonna be in my filming room and you won't be in my bathroom with me. So I'm super excited for that. I'm gonna place my lash. It's stuck. Okay, let's try this again. There we go, and we're just going to get it as close to the natural lash line as possible without putting it onto our own lashes. It's being a brat. It's okay, we're gonna get it on there. Okay, so I just need to let this kind of attach for a second, and then I am gonna go back in with my, what did I do with my mascara? Here it is. So I always do this after after applying my lashes. I'll go back in with the mascara, and it just helps to blend in, and I just kind of keep it right at the base, and it will blend your natural lashes in really nicely with the falsies, so we're like, you kind of can't see where they separate. And then for the last step, I got these, they came in a pack of 2. There was electric pink and electric blue. They're from Illuminati Cosmetics. I did get a pack of 2 from BoxyCharm add-on sales. This is what they look like. They are super, super pigmented. Let me swatch them for you. So I love these. And then obviously with the blue on the lid, I went in with the blue. And we're just going to go ahead and do that. We're gonna pop it onto the lash line. Just like that. And then we will take an angled brush. This is a brush that came in a set of 3. From BoxyCharm. I feel like a lot of my stuff, I told you in the beginning of the video, most of my high-end stuff came from subscription boxes or what have you. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to blend that liner, and I'm gonna take it up when I get to the corner here, just kind of bring it up a bit. It goes really well with the blue on the lid. Let me see if I can get you. So yeah, like I said, this look is a little outside of my comfort zone with all of the colors going on, but I did just want to be able to share, like, well, oh, I didn't do this eyebrow. Girl, we've got to do the eyebrow. We've got to do the eyebrow. Where's my eyebrow pencil? I'm going to fill in my brow a bit with this Shella. And then we will be done. So, but yeah, like, if you have not tried out any of those palettes, my recommendation would most definitely be you can go on Amazon and get these 2 together, and I would definitely recommend doing that. It is like $16 for the 2 of them together, the Twilight and the Aroma, and they are my favorite. I like the new one that I just picked up, but it doesn't top the Aromas with all of those beautiful purples and some gorgeous glitters in there, like little pressed glitters. That is definitely my favorite, but I do love all of their products that I own. Honestly, I really do. And you can't go wrong with the price point. So this is the look that we did today, and that's gonna be it. So we do have a lot of fun things coming up. Tomorrow, my Anastasia Beverly Hills Takeover BoxyCharm Premium Takeover Box will be here. I also have Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the Summer Mystery Boxes on the way. I do have the $60 box and the $100 box, so that is going to be the deluxe and the premium, I think. Anyhow, those two are going to be here. I do have my Ipsy bag that came in, but I'm going to wait for my Ipsy Bag Plus to catch up and join so that we can do an unboxing and a try-on and do a full face of Ipsy. So that'll be coming soon. And this is another really long video. We're going on 40 minutes. I don't know why these videos are coming out so long. So if you made it to the end, bless your heart. I love you, and I'm going to be back soon with lots of fun stuff. So I'll see you soon.